Some breaking news here on the Dallas Cowboys report. We're talking about kickers as Lirim Hajrullahu has been signed by the Dallas Cowboys. He will likely serve as the Greg Zuerlein replacement. We'll get plenty in depth on that here in a minute. But first, in case you forgot who he was, HAJRULLAHU is now on his third stint with the Dallas Cowboys this year. He is set to sign with the team after a reportedly strong showing at the Cowboys kicker tryout that went down today after Greg Zuerlein was placed on the COVID-19 list. HAJRULLAHU went 12 for 12, which, I mean, you can't ask for anything more. Knowing you are fighting for a job, pretty good showing right there from HAJRULLAHU, who spent some time with the Rams last year, spent some time this year with the Cowboys, and most recently actually did his kicking with the Hamilton Tiger Cats of the CFL. Solid enough, decent leg, 56 long, 85.5% on field goals. At age 31 now, HAJRULLAHU gets the chance to make his first ever real NFL game appearance, because let's be honest, preseason does not count. So give me your one-word reaction here to the signing of Lirim Hajrullahu to the Cowboys' active roster, beating out Brett Maher, who we'll get to later on in a little bit, even though it triggers me, for the Cowboys' replacement kicker. My one-word reaction, safe. That's the way I feel about this particular move by Dallas. They went with the guy that the coaching staff knows the best. That's John Fassell, knows HAJRULLAHU from earlier this year, and the guy who has at least a bit more recently been around in the NFL than even Brett Maher to an extent, and I'm okay with that in the end. HAJRULLAHU spent most of his time in the CFL, 2014 to 2019, with Winnipeg, Toronto, and Hamilton. Then with the Rams in 2020, remember, no overlap there with John Fassell, but I'm sure there was some communication with the coaching staff overlap. Also briefly spent time with the Carolina Panthers, and is now back again with the Dallas Cowboys, and what might again be only a one-week stint with the Dallas Cowboys. We'll spend some more time on HAJRULLAHU, Zuerlein, and yes, Brett Maher as well. We're going to spend like 12 minutes on a kicker. This is like my nightmare day. Anyway, do you trust HAJRULLAHU as the Cowboys' interim? That's what I'll start calling him. I'll start calling him the interim kicker. Y for yes, N for no. This is the pinned comment on today's video. So that ad break comes here on YouTube. Head down there and type your replies. My answer is no, because I don't trust kickers, period. This is a rare opportunity for me, folks. I get to push my anti-kicker propaganda all week. Never kick. Don't believe in it. Kick it out of the end zone. Don't worry about it. Go for two every play. Go for it on fourth down. Be ultra crazy, super aggressive, because it should work out pretty well. The Cowboys aren't going to do it, so don't worry about it this year. Every kicker outside of Justin Tucker, I refuse to trust. He is the exception to the rule. Now, what I am curious about is if when we come back November 17th, if HAJRULLAHU will once again have been cut by the Cowboys. That's been the MO this year for the interim kicker. Signed on August 18th because the Cowboys needed someone to kick in the preseason game. He did it. Then he got cut. Then, after a rough showing by Greg Zuerlein to open the NFL season, the Cowboys brought in HAJRULLAHU to be in the practice squad. He lasted 1 week because right after that, Zuerlein got it figured out. Now he signs on November 10th, and we will see if by November 17th or 18th, if he ends up getting cut. What happens first, Jeff? HAJRULLAHU gets cut, or my baby girl is born?
He'll get cut.
I agree on that one right there. We'll see. And it's all, as long as he does his job this week, that's all that matters for the Cowboys. Now, today's show is helped out by our sportsbook partner, BetUS. Head over to chatsports.com/bet and use promo code Cowboys125. And we're also doing the jersey deal for another week, but please, I beg of you, don't trigger me like bad kickers do. Instead, follow the instructions. Head to chatsports.com/bet and use promo code Cowboys125. When you do those things correctly, it will get you a 125% deposit bonus, provided you put down at least $100. That is the minimum deposit, by the way, to be eligible for the jersey. What we will need from you is your BetUS account number, a screenshot of your first bet, your shipping address, your jersey size, color, selection, etc. You can email all that information to jersey@chatsports.com. Now, we have 3 different player jerseys available for you guys. First up is Dak Prescott, the Color Rush only. Don't have any navies. Sorry, guys. Then we've got CeeDee Lamb and Ezekiel Elliott in both the Color Rush and the Navy. So the 2 things to remember: number 1, jersey@chatsports.com. That's the email. It'll be in the description and the comment section as well. But please, when you first sign up and deposit, use our promo code Cowboys125 at chatsports.com/bet when you put down $100. Otherwise, you run into all types of issues, and that's just something we want to avoid. Now, the only reason why the Cowboys are bringing in a new kicker in Lirim Hajrullahu, what a fun name to say at least, is because Greg Zuerlein, another fun name to say, has been placed on the COVID-19 list. Now, the Cowboys are holding out hope that Zuerlein will be able to play. I'd be pretty damn surprised. We've seen the Cowboys go through these COVID issues multiple times this year, and about every time for Dallas and for the NFL, outside of a few exceptions, they aren't cleared in time to return. Now, of course, this pops up on a Tuesday. He'd need 2 negative tests within 24 hours. I don't buy it. So I doubt you see Zuerlein this week for Dallas. He's been what Greg Zuerlein has been in recent years. He's not Greg the Leg quite the same anymore. He's missed 4 kicks. He's struggled badly against the Bucs. Has really settled down since then, but he's no Justin Tucker. Then again, there is only one Justin Tucker out there, and yes, he's the one kicker who really matters. Now, if you like or dislike my kicker propaganda, I'll call it, you can yell at me in the comments, but just do me a favor and make sure you're subscribed as well. We are getting closer and closer to my goal of doubling up the Washington football team franchise's actual YouTube channel, which is cool. And if you want free videos on an actually good football team, subscribe today, youtube.com/CowboysTV. Now, the other player the Cowboys brought in for a workout was Brett Maher, and the Cowboys passed on signing him, although Michael Gelkin, who broke the news initially of everything here involving the kickers, says that Maher did well at the tryout. That's okay. I didn't want him. He concerns me. Yes, Brett Maher has an awesome leg. The 63-yarder he drilled was very impressive. Cool. I get that. Whatever. Doesn't mean he was a good kicker. Just because he could hit from 50 and 60, which he never did consistently, doesn't make him good. In 2019, and this was, I think, indicative of the entire, not to rehash bad memories, the entire Jason Garrett era, he was good inside of 30, cool, good enough-ish, not great, inside of 40, but then he was 1 of 5 inside of 50 and only 4 of 8 from deep. He actually wasn't that consistent of a kicker, and I think the Cowboys made the right move in not picking up Brett Maher, and I think the 12 for 12 out of HAJRULLAHU certainly made that decision a little bit easier. Maher has really bounced around in the past, call it, year and a half. Jets, Washington, Houston, Arizona, all in 2020. Some practice squad preseason stuff involved there. The Saints practice squad / preseason as well. Just not that guy. He's not good enough. And I think it was frustrating to have to deal with him. And in the end, right move. The content would have been incredible if Brett Maher had signed. Probably for the best, though, for the Cowboys. Now, of course, Dallas went with Lirim Hajrullahu, but who would you have signed? Many of you, I'm sure, will type in Kai Forbath. It should be telling, though, that nobody has picked up Cobra Kai as good as he was in his brief stint with the Dallas Cowboys. Dan Bailey could have been one as well, but if I'm being honest, I kind of think he's washed up at this point. I'll say this, though. My heart couldn't take Brett Maher again. I don't think I could have handled the stress of Brett Maher out there, God forbid, in a clutch situation, having to lean on him to deliver a victory for you. And hopefully, this week's game for the Cowboys does not have to come down to kicker stuff either. That would be a fairly big red flag for me. Dallas is favored by 10. This should be a game in which, outside of extra points, you don't need your kicker. And I'm not even counting kickoffs. Everybody can kick it out of the end zone. Just do that. Don't be silly. Just give them all 25. It's fine. Dallas should be able to win this game regardless of how their kicker fails. I still believe in being aggressive and going for it with a backup kicker. I think that kind of increases the odds of Dallas being ultra aggressive on fourth downs. Just call better plays or execute better. Whatever it is, has not worked nearly as well as it should for a high-powered offense. So predict the score for me of this week's game, the Cowboys against the Atlanta Falcons. I assume you're all going to pick the Cowboys, but head down to the comments section. Let me know who you've got. I'm on record as saying 30-17 is my score prediction in the DeMonte Casey, Dan Quinn revenge game this week. I have one extra request this week, though, for the Cowboys. Please do not let this game come down to a field goal. That would just not be enjoyable for me. Maybe you guys would like it, but I certainly would not.